My lords and my ladies, this is a great evening for me. A great evening. Because I know that the people that give this award, they know dance. And they put me with some of the greatest dancers that Canada has ever produced. And I want to thank them sincerely for that. And I want to thank Amy Bowring, Seika Boy, and Zara McDoom for all the work that they did in getting me this award. It reminds me of a story, and I want to tell you this story. I hope I don't get playoff music in the hook. But in 1954, I did a television show called Pick the Stars. And it was a contest, and my audition music was Whispering. And Samuel Hirschenhorn was the producer, or he was the conductor. And he said he was going to do an arrangement for me. And I said, well, Mr. Hirschenhorn, I'd like to do, if I can, saber dance. He said, saber dance? I said, yes, sir. I said, but there's one thing that's bothering me. He said, what's that, Joey? I said, I have to take it about this gear here. And I said, I can't get up and down at that tempo. And he said to me, well, I'll hang the tempo for you. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, die-um. I said, we're in business. And I had never danced with violins and cellos and oboes and French horns and timpani drums and a conductor that could take this arrangement of his and just lift it up to the very heavens, and you danced with the stars. It was exhilarating. It was exhilarating. And the day of my program, the day of the show, my number came up letter perfect. Letter perfect. So I was rather surprised when the head judge said, the winner of this contest is, I forget his name, Joe Schmo. For his rendition of Ezekiel Saw the Wheel, a great old Negro spiritual. And he sang it rather pompously. Ezekiel saw the wheel. No better. So I thanked Samuel Hirschenhorn, and I applauded the winner. And I went on with my life. And I did a show called Half the George Kirby Comedy Hour. And it was a half-hour sitcom. And I had to work with George in the afternoon, so I didn't want to put my band out of work. So I asked the agent to get us any room, I said, so I won't put my band out of work. And I'm not going to say that the room was sleazy. Yeah, the room was sleazy. Anyway, we were watching the first episode of Half the George Kirby Comedy Hour on television at the bar. And there was a drunk sitting at the end, and he was watching it with us. And after the show, I went to change for my next set. And the drunk followed me. And he said, hey, you. And I said, yes, sir. He said, do you know who I am? And I said, I'd give worlds to know. He said, I'm the head judge for Pick the Stars. I said, really? And he said, you were the best singer on the show. And I said, well, if I was the best singer on the show and it was a contest, why didn't I win? He said, well, the other judges wanted to give it to you. But I said, no. No, because the name of the show is Pick the Stars. And how is a little black kid from London, Ontario that tap dances ever going to become a star? So I looked at him and I smiled and I said, well, you just saw me on half the George Kirby Comedy Hour. And that means 26 weeks I'll be on television. And Alec Barris put me on his first show, The Barris Beat. And the producers were so happy that they gave me 2 more shows, 1 a month. And then that caught the attention of Norm Jewison, who is doing a special called Christmas with the Stars, and a CBC special, and he put me on that. Jack Arthur saw me sing and dance, and he put me on the C&E Grandstand show as one of the Canadian stars. He featured me. I did the Ed Sullivan Show. I did the Tennessee Ernie Ford Show. I did Mr. Dress Up. I said I did Mr. Rogers' Show. I was a dancing salesman on that. And I said I did civil rights shows. I did one for Martin Luther King, one for Core, and one for Selma, Alabama. And the Canadian government sent me to Tokyo, and I did the Miss Japan Canada Friendship Show. And then they sent me to Lima, Peru, and I did the Lima, Peru Trade Fair as Mr. Maple Leaf of Canada. So I haven't done too badly. So I went to my dressing room, and he left, and I want to thank the committee for choosing me, because it means so much to me, because dancers very seldom get chosen to do something. They don't get too many accolades, and I want to thank you so much, because it means the fact that I was right and he was wrong. And I would like to thank my son Cairo for coming, because it means so much to me, Cairo, that you're here, and because I love you so much, son. And I would like to thank Canada, my love, for being the kind of country that would let a little black kid that comes from London, Ontario, that tap dances, receive such a prestigious award as this. Thank you for listening to my